Hello Scorpio, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Tarot of the Twin Sun. Today I will be working from a number of decks in order to find inherent resonance for you to use instrumentally according to 3 portals for you to jump in and out and to choose what to take, what you will. Please relax and for a disclaimer, the first deck I'm going to be using is quite erotic. So if you want, you can just go ahead and try to do your best to scroll through that part of it. The first iteration, I'll go ahead and work with the Tarot Forbidden Dreams, a beautiful erotic deck from Geneva, Switzerland. So I'll go ahead and start. Clear the energy of the deck. This is for the month of December 2019. Situationship reading, love situationship reading. 3 portals for Scorpio. The 4th portal is now open. Okay, my dear Scorpio, very intense. There is a deep and intuitive attraction to someone that you know of. This is a very erotic connection, and we have here strength with the number 8 there. That is the 8th house, as well as the house of transformation, sex, death, taxes. We have a sort of intense, like a satyr-like figure here, a druidic nymph man who is definitely doing something of the naughty thing with another person. Here we have uncontrolled desires, as well as a great carnality combined with the high priestess energy here. Yeah, she is certainly the untouchable, yet you can reach the ecstatic heights of self-knowledge through self-exploration. Highly intuitive card with the moon indicated on the top there, as well as the towers of dark and light are usually here. One pillar being that obvious one there next to the moon, and one being within her. And she's definitely exploring that part. There is something about this connection that strikes me as a bit voyeuristic, or perhaps hands-off. One person is certainly in heat, the other is certainly in heat as well, but keeps a sort of zipper on the lips here. I think that's your energy, Scorpio. I think essentially you have a great profound secret that you are exploring yourself, and you have found some sort of secret truth. Though it is not uttered to the person of your affection, this person has a great strength towards you. A very intense attraction towards you. At the same time, there is something about various choices that are being seen through and various options that this person has, and I think they've made a choice to choose one of them with the 7 of Cups energy. This choice is not a very balanced choice, however, with Justice here in reversed. It's like there is an equilibrium and it is not being completely celebrated. Somebody is crossing boundaries in a way by choosing this one cup over many. Whether this cup is you or not, I think there is a chance that you may be playing a game of hard to get in a certain way. In this iteration, I see someone who is willing to stand on their own 2 feet, as well as be supported by stilts, and are performing incredible feats just to catch and to catch you in some certain way. There is a huge game here that is being played, and it's a very masculine game, and you're playing essentially still the role of the high priestess. Okay, she who knows quite a bit, and explores the secrets on her own. Also, there is here something about unfinished business that is being revisited. This cycle involves some sort of revisitation of unfinished business with the Seven of Cords in reverse. There is something from the past that is either being completely forgotten about, especially with the Seven of Cups energy. If that is your energy, there is essentially something there that you would rather not revisit. And you seem to have made a choice to something else. And that choice is towards someone who is non-communicative as well as a bit distant in a certain way. However, there is a great profound connection between you two, and it's very civil, it's very romantic, and it's very respectful. We have here the Two of Cups energy, which talks to me about messages of love as well as civility and the ability to be monogamous as well. Perhaps this person is inspiring the Two of Cups energy inside of you, but there still is some sort of playfulness about this entire thing, and it's very difficult for one or the other of you to essentially reconcile because of various energies, including the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords, some sort of manipulation as well as some sort of debauchery. When it comes to teamwork, it was very difficult, and there was some sort of falling out or something in the past. But there is a choice that is being made here with the Two of Swords in reverse, a choice towards ending a cycle or trying to end a cycle that has been very much intense and demanding of your energies. Once this cycle is ended, there will be some sort of beginning that has to do with a great deal of intensity, some sort of eruption or something. Wow, this is intense. So we have here the Fool. The Fool's energy here indicates oscillation, swinging from one place to the next, like a pendulum, and an intense amount of crazy, massive amounts of energy for a new beginning that is very swingy, and it involves quite a deal of energy. With it in reverse, it's like that swinging aspect of this beginning is certainly taking its time, and if you take your time with this, then there is a possibility for some sort of massive explosion of energy through the King of Coins here, and it is quite the eruption. I mean, there certainly is like some sort of promise of a coming of some sort, and it's rather intense and rather explosive. Okay. At the same time, there is your energy again with the Eight of Wands. Eight, of course, indicating the eighth house and deep, profound connections here. With the Eight of Wands, there is some sort of communication, yes, but it's through the dream state and through some sort of other entities. Okay, this person may be communicating with you as you are resting in a certain way, and in your dream state there is a great deal of suggestion as well as playfulness within the astral plane. Okay, very intense, but I would recommend more than anything to take your time and adopt temperance. With the Two of Cups energy and temperance being here, I think there is some sort of patience as well as needed respect in this relationship. The adoration is coming in strong, as well as a deep emotional connection that is quite compelling and quite intense, very secretive, but also very revealing. And it might come as a shock that this person or that you have a great deal of emotions for each other. Okay. There also is a possibility of a new beginning, a very strong one, but this might not come until until some sort of proper this strong beginning that is passion also has a great deal of emotional content as well. Very intense. Very intense. Okay, I'm gonna put this deck away, but just for you Scorpios, I just wanted to throw in a little portal there that was a little bit risque. Um, I'll put in the time marker too. Okay, jeez. All right, Terror of the Twin Sun. Ron is here again, and we'll be working with a different deck this time, the 1975 Moroccan Royal Fez Moroccan deck. Very good deck that is somewhat Spanish, also based on the Rider Waite from 1975. A vintage deck that is in top condition, and the lithographs are just extremely stunning, and the colors are also very compelling in a way. So I'm going to make sure that energy from the first iteration is just gone, and we'll get into the second portal in just a minute. Alright, one more shuffle. Yeah, these cards are ready. Second portal is open for Scorpio number 2. There here is a secret that is finally revealed and no longer causing fear. Equally, there is a partner or someone who has been sort of really in and out of your love life, and essentially this person has inspired you in some way by actually staying put. They've given off this energy that they can do whatever the hell they want because they think they manifested you, and that they manifested the situation with you. However, it was co-created. I find that you two are loyal to each other regardless of what they do, and how you have behaved, and there certainly is a connection here that should be celebrated. However, this person once feared something about your language of love, and now they are slowly coming back to it. They've changed their ways, apparently. I don't know if that's true. Usually, I don't think people change very often or very much, and from my experience, but apparently by the cards are telling me that something has changed here. This person had to go through a great transformation through isolation, as well as looking within and not reaching without. There is some sort of stagnation that they once had when you were ready to go. Okay. But I think there is a new cycle here that starts from an end and begins from an ending. Something about the Alpha and the Omega here is screaming at me, as well as the ability to be complacent, as well as be neutral when this all happens. The Two of Rods energy is swiftly moving towards the Three of Rods energy here, and they're both in the upright. There is a period of choice, discernment, and the ability to wait. So this requires a great deal of patience, as well as patience on the heart level. You and this person share a deep and profound connection that is requiring you to adopt an ability to be rather patient in this situation. But the world is rotating. But I think what you're waiting for was to essentially come up with some sort of balance in this situationship, and unfortunately there was none for some time. Somebody was holding back and not being able to control the dark as well as the light within them, and could not move forward in a certain way. Either the light was overpowering and then causing too much passivity, or the dark was too demanding and causing too much stagnancy. Either way, it was very hard for this person to move forward with you to a choice that was supposed to involve some sort of justice. It may be because they're still tied to someone in a very strong way, and they are sexually inclined toward this person still. It could also mean that they are sexually inclined towards you, and they fear the connection that may be tied with the label of karmic. Okay? This is not necessarily the case. However, there is a love story here between the Knight of Cups as well as the Queen of Cups. Some sort of romance, some sort of hidden love for each other. You could be the romancer, you can be the hidden lover. However, it doesn't matter. The energies are resonant. They both involve cups and they both involve romance. This strikes me as something of a Lancelot slash Guinevere love story in which there is already preconditions and pre sort of social stigmas that are holding you back in a certain way. I'm going to pause it right here. Continue this romance in the first or the second portal continues with some sort of wildfire passion that is going to erupt soon. I think this person has a great deal of, yes, it's true, they have manifestation possibilities here. They are magical in some sort of way, but the fire that erupts from them is uncontrollable and undeniable, and sometimes it scares them into some sort of submission, and then they go through this cycle where they feel regret, or perhaps they need to balance you and someone else or some sort of other commitment, okay? But don't worry, this person in the month of December will take the stance of indecision, but also be rather balanced, more balanced and more happy generally. So if this person was going through some sort of depression where they had to go through some sort of transformation, indicated in the cards here by the Hanged Man, particularly if this person was going through a transformation, they're finally going to get over that and find happiness again, which is good. Usually Hanged Man is a very sad story of the martyr as well as the sacrifice, which usually indicates some sort of loss. Either on the physical level or metaphysical level, somebody loses themselves. But I think the timing is not yet right to execute some sort of higher justice. Okay, when it comes to this person, when they communicate with you, there may be some sort of hidden truth, or perhaps not a lie. I wouldn't call it a lie. The way I see the Ace of Swords in reverse is some sort of holdback in terms of the full truth, as opposed to just straight out lying. This person is not a liar. They're going through a great change, though, a change that deals with something from the past inside the present, and they need to surrender something in order to gain something here. It's about transformation, and it has to do with a commitment, about some sort of commitment from the past in which they were left out of the cold. This triggered them into some sort of spiritual quest here. This commitment, as well as this feeling left out of the cold, triggered some sort of spiritual movement with the Death card here, as well as the Hanged Man. And then they're starting to realize that this thing from the past has no growth, okay? Also that there is a possibility of no teamwork, and that somebody is secretly working in a very manipulative way with the Seven of Swords and Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone needs to do healing as well, and there seems to be some sort of letdown or burnout when it comes to scars from the past. But yeah, I think this person really did manifest something with you. They were very charming and magical, as well as they were able to juggle well for a time. And then you realize, okay, this person is acting out of their ego. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. And when you did, you found that they crystallized in a certain way. They weren't willing to give you more. So then you said, all right, I am not going to follow. I'm not going to offer you anything in terms of passion or new beginning, or in terms of this new love or this new beginning with you anymore. And I'm also going to reject any healing that I've generously given you, my cross watcher, and you can go to hell. No offense. However, this is Scorpio's reading, and I am focusing on their energy, okay? It seems like there still is a possibility for some sort of healing, but only if people really... There is some sort of possibility of healing if something is let go from the past, and then the burden is set down, okay? And then this person finally figures out that they've been sort of betrayed in a certain way in this other situation, okay? Terribly confusing, but the confusion may be, after Dark Night of the Soul, maybe subsiding, okay, with this person. And then, who knows? I mean, I see manipulation as well as a lack of a start here. Some sort of soul contract as well as heartbreak, communications of heartbreak, okay? So this person will definitely try to use you as a rebound or some sort of secondary means. And I don't know about you, Scorpio, but I don't like that. And this person can go wherever they came from. And never talk to you again. I don't know. I mean, I think it's obvious that you do care about this person, but they haven't showed you the proper amount of love that you deserve. Okay, that portal is closed. Scorpio number three, portal number three is now opening. I am using a very special combination deck, alchemically fused, the Legitimo Tarot plus the Jogo de Cartas, the Gypsy Tarot deck from Lisbon. Very special combination. I'm gonna go ahead and just shuffle the cards a bit, clear it up, and then we'll get started. Alright. Oh, Lordis. Cards are almost ready. Alright, cards are legitimized. We are initiated, we're initialized, we're calibrated, whatever. The third portal is open now. There's something from the past that is open to you. You can jump this portal and choose to go into it. The gateway is going to be open for another, I would say, 2 months, or possibly until 2020. So, yeah, the thing is that when you cross this portal and you're able to live an alternate lifestyle, somebody will follow you. Somebody will follow you and try to follow you through the portal, okay? What this is talking about is essentially some sort of great lineage, something of the past, in which something wasn't, some sort of rootedness wasn't there. Something was growing out of control, and you decided to peace out, okay? Either while walking through the portal or going through it meant something like you were running away from some sort of roots that were twisted, some roots with somebody else. This person did not give you what you wanted, and they did not give you truth. You did offer some sort of new beginning for them, but then they decided to take the path of the fool and went somewhere else. Also, there is some sort of clarity that you have now that this person was essentially stealing something from you. What they were stealing from you was an opportunity to heal, and they also placed you in some sort of submission, where in this submission you found some sort of truth and then decided to offer something again. This is a cycle in which you offered many opportunities to this person, but then they were very hesitant in the offer. They offered something else, but were looking away to something else, and then you fell something like out of love with this person. There is also some sort of karmic poetry here that has to do with the great circle and the great void. Something about the way the dynamics have changed between you and this person, where you were once the chaser, then you became the runner. What happened was that you had the key, or they had the key to something, this doorway, and then somebody opened it. Once they opened it, they found something behind the door that was very scary, so somebody didn't walk through it, as well as you weren't willing to commit to that kind of cowardice, as well as there was some sort of fear that had to do with a great secret, and this secret was about love. It was a secret love that was going to lead someone to power, but instead it took away something from it was like a father son or mother daughter sort of complex here, father child, mother child, and it wasn't working. There was no realization in this, and no sense of truth or balance or justice. Therefore, there was a need for you to stand in your truth against this person who was acting out of passion only. And then you decided to devolve in a certain way and to move away with your logic as well as your speedy horse against this person who's been really quiet and trying to be intuitive and read you in a certain way. But you weren't going to be read. You were too smart for that, and there was something about the non-committal energy here that was with either you or them. You didn't want to invest anymore into this commitment, and they just sort of were lazy. They were lazy, or perhaps they were pretending to be abundant, or perhaps they were abundant with something. They were very beautiful, this person, But you realize their beauty also was the binding agent that held you to them. And so you decided to find a new path of love towards a hidden sense of home. And they also needed to find some sort of happiness. And then there was some sort of obstacle, as well as you needed to find something from the past, some sort of hidden love. And this person wanted to offer you this, but then there was a type of victimization that they had to go through, some sort of self-imposed martyrdom. And then you were looking at this like an act of fate. Okay, well, this dynamic doesn't work out, I'm just going to peace out of here. And then this person, as you peace out, it's like they follow you with some sort of hidden loyalty. It's very strange, but somehow their inner child is very much tied to you, because they see you as like a father figure or a mother figure, someone who deeply loves them, but it constantly has to look away. There's a complex here. If you guys resurrect something from the past, it will only come if this person gets over their wicked ways. And these wicked ways include self-induced toxic behaviors, possessive behaviors, as well as you want to commit to something greater, to some sort of love, as well as a vision of something that doesn't involve fake passions. And they also want love, they also want healing, but then they don't know where their soulmate is. They're very confused, and therefore they become toxic because they hold back their emotions. But there will be some sort of communication. Okay, very intense. Whoa, intense. Alright, so wow, this deck is so strong, right? I mean, holy hell. So that portal is damn closed, and I don't even know what I said. But there is a possibility you will find some sort of hope here with the Oracle, Russian Fairy Oracle. This is my primary Oracle deck from Ivan Bilibin. These were designed in 1885 and then mass-produced somewhere else in Russia with love, and they now sit in my hands. So I'm going to look for a few cards and then come up with some sort of advice. A message from this person, okay? A message from this person, please. Yep. They're saying to me that you should stop looking for signs from the universe. No longer search for what has been missing in your life. With the stargazer here, do not try to divine what this person is up to, because what they're up to is essentially something that's on the borderline of chaos, as well as manipulation. It's on the borderline. This person has a lot of power over their life right now, and their life is really messy. It's really messy, as you can see here, really messy. But there's something about here looking through the veil here with the stargazer. You can see this guy who's looking at the stargazer through the veil here. This person is walking through the veil, through these tents of some sort of encampment, okay? This talks to me of breaking through to the other side and observing something, okay? This person is telling you to go ahead and get out of in the first iteration, that high priestess veil, and to look through your many options and to find them, and through dissolution run away with them into some sort of mysterious and hidden sunset. Okay, that is what this person is telling you to do. Stop looking at ways to qualify or quantify or divine this connection, because I am both a creator and destroyer of great things. Great things happen around me, and I am just here. If you want, I will run away with you. But this act of dissolution is about me trying to find my higher self, and I want you to help me find that. Okay? Alright, my dear Scorpio, please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Those were profound readings. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your December, and I hope to see you mid-December in the next energy reading. Ciao.